Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time it is where you are and what you're doing. It's your boy, Celine Driver, me, doing another walking and talking video for today. And I actually will be walking a little bit. I'll be walking inside my house because the video today is going to be a tour of the room in my house that has been called the man cave, the model room, the memorabilia room, the trophy room, whatever. People have been asking for a little tour of that room, so I thought today would be a good day to do it. It's actually right behind me through that, what used to be a sliding glass door leading to a lanai. But a previous owner of this townhouse made it into a room. A room that is guaranteed to fold up if this area ever gets hit by a decent-sized hurricane. It will fold up like a cheap lawn chair. But for now, it's where I keep a lot of good stuff. So I'm going to stop the camera, switch perspective, and head into that room and give you a brief tour of some of the stuff I collect. Be right back. All right, well, I'm about to walk into the room right there. Comes in off of the kitchen, which is over there. But you walk in, and it's a lot of stuff. I think we'll start over here and work our way around in that direction. Let's see. Above the door I just walked through, I have some die casts, which are Florida Gator related. I have this stuffed animal, which if you press his paw there, well, not paw, but foot, it plays the Gator fight song, but I think the batteries are dead. Let's see. I have a die-cast race car, Florida Gator car. I have another one there that was driven by my least favorite driver of all time, Kyle Petty, a real scumbag, riding on the coattails of his father, a driver who never won nothing nowhere, and is an equally bad commentator on NBC on NASCAR coverage, but had to have the car anyway. I believe that car finished ahead of the Florida State Seminole car in the race that they appeared together. Let's see, Dodge Charger, motorhome, helicopter, and a baseball that was signed by a patient of a physical therapy office that I worked in. I know he's from Boston Red Sox, but I forgot his name. I probably shouldn't give his name out anyway because patient confidentiality. I have a series of. I'm a pretty good die-cast collector, although right now I don't collect much more than Kyle Busch cars. But I did gather up a lot of Porsche race cars. Let's see, that top one I believe is a 904. 906, I believe. A 908, which I believe is signed by Derek Bell, but I can't find the signature. That one's signed by Vic Elford. Rest in peace. A couple of 917s, 917 Hippie, named for the paint scheme. A replica of the 917 that Mark Donahue, not Troy Donahue, Jesus, Mark Donahue drove in Can-Am, a 935, 936. That was the one that won Le Mans in 77. A 956, a 962, an RS Spider, and one of the hybrid Porsches that won Le Mans as well. These are all 1/18 scale, very detailed. Over here I have mostly cars that were models from Danica Patrick, who, yes, I was a fan of Danica Patrick. I still am. I think her path in NASCAR was done all wrong. She should have never gone up to the big league Cup Series as soon as she did. She should have spent several years in Nationwide, now called Xfinity. These cars are special coating cars. I believe that one is copper. This one is platinum. This one is white gold. That one is autographed. I don't think the other two are. No, they aren't. We have some replicas of our Indy cars and the championship winning Kyle Busch Motorsports truck. I forgot what year that was. It was a couple of years ago. Two cars from Danica Patrick's last year in racing. Her Indy car and the last NASCAR race she did. And that is a replica of Kyle Busch's son, Brexton. That's his junior midget car. And we have various cars from 2017, 16, 15, 14, all the way down to her rookie season, 2010. We have some more cars down there as well. Let's see. We have a Baby Yoda that my girls gave me for Hanukkah, so I keep it around because if I don't, they'll beat me up. I used to live in Atlanta, and I was a big fan of the Atlanta Knights International Hockey League team, and I found this hat on eBay, autographed by a few of the players, and I had to pick that up. And we have a lot of Kyle Busch cars. I have a ton of Kyle Busch cars. I have the shelves labeled. Those are winning race win cars from 2016. Let's see. I don't think I had any of these autographed. No, some of them are autographed. There's some of his Xfinity cars. 2015, that was his first championship winning season. And all the way down through the years. Some of them are autographed, like that Doublemint car is autographed. That M&M Indiana Jones car is autographed. That Snickers car is autographed. And that I have two cancer cars. That one is not autographed. The other one I have is. I have other Kyle Busch cars over here. I have some with a special coating on them. That one's a platinum car, autographed. White gold car, autographed. And copper, which I will get autographed next year. Let's see. Those are that's 100. That was his 100th win overall car, with a listing of all the wins in all the series he did. These two cars are Xfinity cars from his 2009 championship year, and we have cars from 18, 17, and 17 on the shelves below. Some of them are autographed, most of them are not. I have this car here is his 2015 Homestead championship winning car. I will get that autographed eventually. I have his 200 win car. This is the car where he won his 200th NASCAR win. tying somebody called the King, allegedly. Kyle Busch is the King. That other guy is a pretender. And that is autographed, as is the chromed version of the 200-win car. There's a couple of cars that were sent to me by watch people. That's a collection of... He said that when he got to 100 wins in the Xfinity Series, he would retire from the Xfinity Series. He now actually has 102 wins. He went 5 for 5 in 2021. 5 races, that's all he was allowed to run. 5 wins. And those are replicas of those cars. And there's his 2019 championship winning car autographed. Let's see. I have one of his earliest NASCAR race cars here. An autographed truck. That was his record-breaking truck. That was where he took over the lead for most wins in the NASCAR Truck Series. Autographed. And this is his breast cancer awareness car, autographed not only by him, but his wife Samantha as well. And then we have cars from 2019 and 2020 and 21 in here. Back here, kind of obscured a little bit, is some other cars. I have some helmets. I do collect helmets as well. That's a Florida Gator helmet that I actually got from my friend Uncle Lou. We had a bet year before last, in 2020. Whoever won got a helmet from the other guy. And the Gators won that game, and I got a helmet. That's a helmet, unautographed, of course, from the old AAF team that Steve Spurrier coached. And I have an autographed Tim Tebow Denver Bronco helmet. I could give a shit about the Denver Broncos, but I wanted that helmet from Tebow. And you can see the inscription there. This was the car that Kyle Busch drove. It was the first race of what they called back then the car of tomorrow. It was a safer car, a better built car, winged car. There had been winged cars in NASCAR for decades before this car came out. First race that this type of car ever participated in, Kyle Busch was driving for Hendrick at the time in his Chevy. Won the race. I was watching that race, won the race, got into victory lane. Reporter stuck a microphone under his mouth and he said, "Well, so what do you think of the car of tomorrow?" And he said, "I think it sucks." And I became a Kyle Busch fan right there. So that car, and it is autographed. It took a while to find that car, and once I did, though, I sent it off to Kyle Busch Motorsports to have it autographed, and they were kind enough to do it, even though he hadn't driven for Hendricks in years. I asked first, and they said they would do it. There's a series of Danica Patrick 118 scale IndyCar. By the way, all the NASCAR cars are 124 scale. It's a series of Indy cars and kart cars that were driven by Danica Patrick. We have a Formula One car there. That's the Braun championship winning car. I think that was 2009. We have a Lewis Hamilton car when he used to drive for McLaren. Of course, now he drives for Mercedes. And we have a series of vintage Formula One cars. And yes, there was such a thing as a 6-wheeled car. It was developed by Terrell, and they tried to develop it as a way to get more traction on the front end. It worked, but Goodyear never developed a tire to improve it, and the car steadily became worse and worse. But it did win one race. I believe that is a Jackie Stewart car. Yes, it is. And a I think it's a Gurney Eagle. And down there, way down there, is a very, very vintage Mercedes car. I have a series of cars that were driven by NASCAR legends. A.J. Foyt, Mario Andretti, Junior Johnson, Cale Yarborough, many, many cars. Most of them are autographed. These are from a group. There's one down here that called the University of Racing, and that's from Buddy Baker. That is an autographed Buddy Baker car. These are all from that series. Most of them are Fords. There are a few Dodges in here. I don't know why they didn't bother with the Chevys, but since I'm not a Chevy guy, I could care less. But I do love the winged Daytonas and Superbirds. Torinos and Fairlanes and all kinds of Galaxies. Not Fairlanes, Galaxies, sorry. Beautiful cars. Up here, I have there are two sets of Kyle Busch Triple Crown race wins. These are all done at Bristol in Tennessee in 2010, as you can see, and 2017. Kyle Busch is the only racer in NASCAR history to have won a Truck Series, at the time it was called Nationwide race, and a Cup race in the same weekend. Nobody had done it before August of 2010, and Kyle Busch did it. And 7 years later, Truck, Xfinity, Cup. So not only is he the only person that's ever done the triple, the clean sweep of a weekend, he's done it twice. I have a lot of books. I am a very voracious reader. Most of these are from conservatives like Glenn Beck, Ann Coulter, Rush Limbaugh. I have a copy of the Tanakh. I have books from Sean Hannity, Michelle Malkin, Mark Levin. Lots and lots of books. Because I want to have the truth on my side when they start banning books, and I need to have a reference for the future when they start with the book banning. Up here, I have a series of footballs, Florida Gator footballs. Let's see, that is football from one of their championships that was in, I can't read it. I think it was 2000. Oh, it's the Ohio State. There's the emblem right there. That's the Ohio State game. 13-1 football, BCS, also from the Ohio State game. Records for the 96 team and the 2006 team on that one. The 2008 team football, commemorative football, and the 2008 game football. Numbered. I have a few flags here. I still haven't opened this one up yet. This is the 2019 Kyle Busch Championship flag. That's what it looks like. I haven't opened it up yet. I have his a flag that commemorates his 200th win, March 17th, 2019, and it's autographed. And commemorating his 2015 Cup Series Championship, his first one, also autographed. Down here, in case you're wondering, my hurricane water and supply of soda. I got nowhere else to store it, so it gets stored in here. I have a autographed bat from Tim Tebow. We might remember he tried to play baseball. I don't think it was terrible at it, but Obviously never got to the big leagues, but they did do a series, I think 150 bats, and I had to buy one. Some more die casts. These are all up at the top here. These are all Mustangs. This is a metal Mustang. It used to be one of those pull back and release wind up Mustangs that the winding mechanism was broken. But I took it all apart and I cleaned it and I repainted it and put it back together. I think it turned out okay. I don't know what I'm doing. And a series of Mustangs from GMP. Oh, these here, right here. 118 diecast Mustang Cobras. I found most of them rather easily. In fact, I found all of them on eBay except for the turquoise. That one took me a year to find, and I paid way too much for it. But I did find it, and that completed the set of 6. You have the 93 Mustang Cobra, Fox Body Cobra in black, red, turquoise, or teal, I should say. You have a 93 Cobra R, the street version, and you have a 93 Cobra R Steeda Performance livery. And then down there at the last spot is a 2000 Cobra R. And then below that I have a series of Audi race cars. The first two up there are the SCCA Trans Am Championship cars. I think it was the 44 was a championship car. The 14 was a sister car. These cars were all-wheel drive, and the year that they ran and won the championship, they won all but one race. And the only reason they lost that race was mechanical failure. These cars were so dominant and so good, the SCCA banned all-wheel drive right after they won the championship. And then these cars were, or are, prototype cars running the diesel hybrid system. And they were dominant as well. I have down here some old school race cars. You have a couple of Ford GT40s. You have a 962. I believe that's a Mercedes. Flying Lizard Porsche 911 Turbo. Or 930 Turbo, sorry. And an old Group B Audi Quattro. We have a series of smaller die-cast models here. And down here we have replicas of all of the top 3 rows are replicas of all of Lewis Hamilton's championship F1 championship winning cars. We have some old Gulf racing cars there and there because I am obsessed with the Gulf racing livery. And rounding out the collection is some old 956 cars and some Porsche hybrid, I believe they're 919s. Beautiful cars. And here we have my official doctorate of Florida Gators football degree. And we have helmets. We have lots and lots of helmets. The 2 middle ones are unsigned helmets. This one is a 2006 National Championship signed helmet. And that one, I can't remember who signed that one. That one looks like... I can't remember. I wish I could. We have other championship helmets. I think that might be Chris Leak. No, that's Chris Leak. Sorry. We have championship helmets and helmets signed by various Gator legends. There's Danny Werfel's. Hi, you can see me in the reflection. Danny Werfel's Heisman. Steve Spurrier's Heisman. Really wish I had a Tim Tebow Heisman. I'll find one someday. There's a Danny Werfel 96 championship helmet right there. And that one is, I believe, Urban Meyer. And then we have a series of helmets that are all signed by Steve Spurrier. I've tried to collect all the helmets of teams that he either played for or coached for. Like that's a throwback Florida helmet by Spurrier. A sort of current helmet by Spurrier. Redskins helmet. Yes, I said Redskins. San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, I bought a Gamecock helmet, but it had to be in there, signed by Spurrier. Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay Bandits. That one was a hard one. And Duke. He coached at Duke. He also, that's why I have that helmet over there, the AAF helmet. One day I hope I can get it in Spurrier's hands so he can sign it as well. But all those helmets were signed by Spurrier. They were the teams he coached or played for. So that's it. I mean, that's the man cave that I walked around. It was actual walking and talking today. I walked around. I talked about them all. So, hello to Baby Yoda. I don't know why I keep the damn thing, but I'm afraid of my children. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Leave your comments. Leave your questions. If you want to troll me, you're welcome to try. You won't succeed, but you're welcome to try. Down below, like, share, subscribe. See you soon.